We've all seen it. We've all seen the proof. We've all looked at the statistics, the facts, and I think we can all agree that humanity isn't going to get any better. It's a fairy tale. It's a child's dream. It's the wish of a madman. It's not possible. It's not even it's unfathomable, to me, and to, I think, others that are realistic, that are very in tune with the world. I think it's an extremely ignorant, foolish belief, to think that humanity will get better. Our technology will not make humanity better. Our growing population and advancing technology, it won't make humanity better. Expanding and terraforming, going to new worlds will not make humanity better. There's nothing that we can, and there's nothing that we will ever do that will make humanity better, that will make this world a better place, so long as we exist in it. And the proof even lies in the present, even just in what's going on today. We see the wars and the rumors of wars, and we see all the slavery and all the murder, and the worsening of the violence. We see the Islamic State. In the 21st century, who could have imagined in the 17th, 18th century, even people then, they probably couldn't have imagined that at this point in the future, that we wouldn't have, flying cars, that we wouldn't have world peace, that we wouldn't have, machines serving us in our homes. We don't have any of that. We don't have peace. We have, the Islamic State running around, and mass shooters, killing children in schools. Nothing has gotten better, and nothing will get better. The ideologies can change, the technology can change, the systems in place, of power can change, and it's not going to change anything in reality. The evil and the degeneracy will continue forward for millions of years to come. And I'm extremely certain of this. It doesn't matter. There will always be psychopaths around, greedy, power hungry, sociopathic, narcissistic, schizophrenic, psychopathic, degenerates that will always exist, that will do everything in their power to ruin humanity for their own selfish interests. It doesn't matter. Looking at things from a scientific, philosophical perspective, a realistic one, we can see humanity has not really changed that much. There's still so much violence and rape and war in the world. It's not going away. And from a religious perspective, we can see that even from what the Bible or Quran says, that it's coming true. More violence and more war and more death. It's not going away, and it won't ever go away ever in this fallen, degenerate world. And so I've been advocating for recently the coming of the Antichrist. Because only the Antichrist, in my belief as a Christian, can truly annihilate the human race, or at least willfully do so. The Antichrist, is the last, in my opinion, hope, for the destruction of the near entire human population. And that's why I'm advocating for nuclear war. I'm advocating for those with the money and the power and the control in this world to do whatever they can to start nuclear wars, to start, the path to the complete destruction of the entire human population. Because this is all that's left for us. Every man, woman, elder, and child must be incinerated by thermonuclear warfare. That's all. That's the only hope we have left at this point. And anybody that thinks that I'm wrong is a fool, and they're blinded by their sociological, masters, slave masters teachings, and by the teachings of the systems they've been raised in. They refute the proof. They refute the truth. They hide and mask themselves from the evil in the world. They don't want to see it. They don't want to believe it. They're living in a fairy tale. In the real world, the real world isn't like a Disney movie, a Disney story. There is no pure good in this world. There is no no real life superheroes. It's all fanatical, extremist, foolish thinking. It doesn't exist in the real world, and we won't ever have that. We won't have that. No, at least not for tens, hundreds of thousands of years. It's going to take so long for us to technologically advance to that point. But I don't think that that's likely going to happen at all. I think that I think that we'll either destroy ourselves or a lot more evil will happen before we get to that point. And I don't think it's even worth getting to that point because it will take so long. It will take so much unnecessary suffering and violence to get to that point that it's basically it's completely evil to try to even get to that point. So we have to destroy ourselves. And some people might say, "Oh, you're just saying this. You just want the attention, or you're just hoping other people will do it while you stay lazy, while you do nothing about what you preach." Many might say that I don't practice what I preach, but I would say that I do. I don't. I don't have the power, I don't have the wealth to start nuclear war. If I did, I would have done so long ago. But I don't have that. I don't have that power. I don't have that potential within my grasp. And so that's why I make these videos. I try to promote my philosophies, my ideas, my findings, my discoveries. I try to promote them. That is my works. That is my practice in preaching to people and trying to influence others that have the power to destroy humanity. And so I would say that I do practice what I preach, just not in the same way that you would be thinking. And but rest assured, if I had the power, I would do everything that I could to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque, start wars between China, Russia, India, whatever. I would do almost anything in my power, anything, everything in my power to start a nuclear war and start holy wars. Believe me, I would do everything that I could. But I just don't have that power. But I know that there's someone who does, and that would be the Antichrist, if you even believe in that sort of thing. And I'm hoping that one day the actual one true Antichrist comes across these videos, and I hope that the Antichrist perhaps learns something from all that I've had to say on this channel. But I've been waiting for an Antichrist and a Messiah to come, for a long time, because humanity's not going to change. I'm not even sure that God is real, Jesus, the Antichrist, demons, angels, the afterlife, other dimensions. I'm not even too sure of these other things existing. I'm a very skeptical, unsure person. I don't know. But I'm really hoping that there is a higher power out there, at least some sort of antichrist out there, so that has the potential, the ability to destroy the human race, because this is the best option left. That is, the complete annihilation of the human race is the best option. It's the only moral option left, and any other attempts, struggles, options are just I think selfish. It's just selfish ideas, selfish options, and whatever else is out there that people might think is best. The struggle is not worth pursuing to try to get to peace. It will take too long. It will take too much suffering, and destruction is the only option left, the only possible option. And so we have to do everything in our power to bring about an antichrist, so that we can have Jesus come, or just at least bring an end to all the evil that humanity inflicts upon itself and on all of nature, all the rest of nature in this world. We are no good. We are like viruses. We are no good for this world or for ourselves, and we must destroy ourselves and then destroy the rest of nature so that it can't evolve into what we are now. So yeah, all life has to be destroyed. The earth has to be completely incinerated and blown into pieces. That's the only option left. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos.